All right, you heard Phil. Gather in, gather in.
First up tonight, we have Open Madison, 30 laps. Scratch race, meaning no points in the middle. Four teams at the rail, 30 lap scratch. Got Andy and Matt. Carl and Wade. Vern and Matt. And Chris and Dave. Whistle blown, race is on. First exchange happening in the middle of the back straight.
And that was our Fount team with the Lake Hills Montessori jersey. And then this was Orange, which is Felt Therabody. That's Maddie and Vern. Here comes another exchange right up the front with the Rainbow group. I said, even though we only have 4 teams, this is going to be very entertaining. These are close teams. This could be a very good race. 30 laps, no points, just a scratch race. So right now you should pick out which team you like best. I would just go by what's your favorite color. That would be the best way to do that. So we have like a green blue, which is going to make exchange here right on the home stretch between Carl and Wade. Fantastic. We have orange, dark green, and then rainbow.
Right now they're all keeping it together, civilized pace. No attacks so far.
Here comes a fun double exchange right here. Maddie says, I'm getting out of that. Yeah, Annette, what lap do you think the big move's going to come? How long are they going to wait?
We have any preems?
Nope.
22.
Ooh, they're going to get going early. All right.
I think it'll come back together, but 22 is my bet. I don't know when something happens. 22 to go to make that act clear.
All right, another exchange right at the front again. All these exchanges are looking good. I hear some cheering. I think that's Carl's family. Here comes another exchange right here. Orange coming in hot.
Vern and Matt.
Looking good.
Next exchange by Chris and Richter. And Andy and Maddie. Orange team exchanging and turn, well, in the back straight, I guess.
All right, does everyone have their favorites yet? We're going to have Rainbow exchanging. If you want to see Rainbow win, you should make some noise. Let's see this beautiful exchange. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, go Rainbow. Here comes Dark Green. Lake Hills Montessori, Fount Cycling. Those are looking good. They're still easy right now, though.
Vern and Matt exchanging for the orange team. And now Maddie will be coming in for Andy. Hopefully, Amara, the racers were listening to me and they know that this is their time to go. Double exchange, like the light green and the dark green. Maddie coming in for Vern. And Andy coming in for Maddie. Maybe we have some sprinters in here just gonna wait till the end. Pace has picked up a little bit, but I wouldn't call it game on yet. Oh, here we go. Yep, the Font team.
Fount
Saying
says, let's go.
Yep.
Ooh.
And look at that, I was close.
Just 2 laps off. Big move. Let's see with Maddie being thrown in if he's going to fly right over this. Rainbow team trying to close that gap.
I think they'll have it. Now it'd be whether or not, let's see who's in right now. Wade or, yep, that's Carl.
Oh, here comes a high-speed exchange here in corner 1-2. Wade getting thrown in.
Wade's got some work to do to get that back. He's going for it.
Oh, yeah. This is going to come back, I think.
Yep.
Ooh.
And there's Maddie at the end, trying to get that back too. Make it a group of 4 again.
There you go, Haldy. You got it.
Here comes Andy. Let's see if he just keeps it together or if he does a counterattack. Oh, we got an attack coming up. Better to be prepared. Let's go, Andy.
Yeah, attacking the exchange. Ooh.
That's the smart move. That is their main competitor, so they were definitely trying to catch them off guard, which they did. Andy's got a little work.
Fresh set of legs coming in for Fount. This is going to be David getting in. Let's see if Andy can hold on.
Looks like David is not going to try and rip it apart. Can the third team bring it back?
There you go, Maddie's coming in. Good exchange right on the home stretch.
See if Carl,
trying to...
Yep, Carl can pull that back.
They're like halfway through and things are getting spicy. Once again, make sure you have your favorite picked. Cheer them on.
Chris coming in for Richter. I would have to say the smoothest exchanges do come from Andy and Maddie.
They're the former Masters National Championship, or National Champions. So they know what they're doing.
Yep, if you want to learn how to do the Madison, the two here in the front are the ones to watch.
Ooh, Wade's bringing this back though. Wade is very strong right now.
Great job on Wade there. Group of 3.
Wade are camp graduates. Which team are we cheering for? Everybody? Just going for everybody. All right, yeah, just cheer for everyone.
I think
camp graduates are next, so they're getting excited.
Group of 3 are just going to hang out for a little bit.
Ooh, all right.
Always go over.
Always go over. There we go. Wade's learning too.
I don't know if Wade and Carl have ever done the Madison together. I think they're doing an excellent job if this is their first time.
Yeah. I would assume they got a few throws in beforehand. But yeah, racing a Madison is much different than practicing a Madison.
Racing's much better.
That's true. All right, pace is settled. They're seeing 12 to go. This group of 3 is going to be our top 3 right here.
Almost 2/3 in. Wade coming in. And an attack.
Ooh. Wade is recently upgraded to the 1-2s, but he is very fast. Oh, he's putting the hurt on Chris Wilson there.
I know. I think a little caught unawares there. Didn't expect Wade to do the attacking, I think. So great move on Wade. All together.
Well, a couple of these teams are exchanging together here. Here comes a double exchange. Teams 2 and 3, Rainbow and Found. Oh,
yep.
here comes
Things
the
can
third
always
one.
get a little hot when double exchanges happen.
All right, once again, this group of 3, you can't break them apart. This is going to come down to a sprint, I think.
I think so. We'll have to watch, see if there's another attack. I would believe that we'll see another 1 or 2 attacks in the last 8 laps here.
All right, another multi-exchange. Ooh. It's always fun hearing the yelling.
Yep.
Keeping it PG here, though.
That was just alerting his teammate that he was ready to have him come down and did not want to miss that exchange. Always better to talk.
Yeah, if you miss an exchange, that's a whole extra 45 seconds, minute that you have to ride. That's a lot.
Oh, and the 4 teams are back together. One lap down for the orange team, but they can still ride with this group. So, Amar, who do you think is going to make the next move?
I think it's going to be Fount again. Richter coming up. That's my guess right here. Oh, nope. Nope.
He heard you.
Yeah. I spoiled it. You're not supposed to coach from the mic, but you can predict, right?
Yeah, well, I guess 22 laps, and it turned out 20. So what's the next prediction? 4 laps to go? Andy coming in, Maddie going out. Font doing an exchange. And then Wade will come back in. Let's see if Wade, who seems to like it to attack in this race, let's see if he does it again. Hard to attack from the front, so no attack from Wade.
With 4 to go, that's 1 mile out here. We're the same length as the running track. I would expect that this thing gets going fast really quick. So once again, who do you want to win? Start cheering for them. In 2 weeks, we're going to have like a co-ed Madison and the Madison Championship. So our one and only preseason on the 9th. We'll have lots of Madison racing. Always fun. Oh, here comes an attack of an exchange.
Yep. Just an attack, not during an exchange. Wanted to get ahead coming into this last, well, probably second to last exchange here for this team.
There we go. 2 to go. They got a little gap here. Are they just going to keep going?
Yes, they are.
You have 2 to go. That's, unless Maddie can just pin it right there, that's essentially their last exchange. Or they'll get one more. They'll get one more exchange.
Yep, they will. And Carl's got to get on that wheel. Richter's going to try and pull this back. He does not want to give him that much distance with 1 to go.
All right, both teams are going to get one more exchange. Here we go. Rainbow team coming through. Start cheering for Andy. They're going to do one high-speed exchange, I bet. Here they come. So watch in corner 2.
Yep, Maddie in for the sprint and Chris in for the sprint.
Here we go. This is going to be quick.
Chris with some road in between there.
There we go. This is going to be very finish. It looks like Rainbow team's going to have this one. Go and make some noise for Maddie and Andy coming through. Taking that with a last-minute attack.
Nice
Team Ride
there.
Group. Here comes Fount for Lake Hills Montessori. And third, this is Wade and Carl with the KW Racing team. And here comes our orange team, Maddie and Vern.
Lots of kudos to Carl and Wade for the first time riding the Madison together. Great job, all 4.
All right, with that, I think we're going to stage our camp graduation.
Amara, are they doing an Italian pursuit? Okay. An Italian pursuit, we have one team start on the back straight, one on the home straight, and they try to catch each other. Little mishap here. Sure she'll be good and get up. Sometimes the falls from a very slow speed are the hardest. So give her a round of applause getting up, get back up there. Happens to everyone, no matter how many years you've been riding a bike. Some of us still fall down.
Good evening, folks. Looks like we're getting started with this graduation race in just a moment. The home straight team, looks like Guyan and Maxim getting lined up there, and Kyler and Cheyenne on the back straight, just about ready to go. This Italian pursuit will start momentarily. We'll talk a little about Camp Velo while the kids are rolling around for this fun Italian pursuit. Talk a little bit why we do this race. And how about a quick polite applause to Annette for stepping in for me on the microphone. Annette Williams, everybody. Yeah. Looks like I got the hand signal from the back straight. They did signal they look ready to go. Front straight gives the thumbs up. They're good to go as well. So I think we got a whistle in the center field to signal the start, kids. So listen for the whistle for your start. Off we go, 2 times around, 1 lap per kid. This is our official welcome into the velodrome community for our young riders that have completed the week-long Camp Velo experience. Riders get several hours during the week to learn the basic skills, learn about safe riding, how to control these fixed gear bikes. And here they are in front of us on a Friday night, getting the cheers from the home crowd as they come screaming by. That was Kyler on the front of the back straight team, halfway through their effort. It's 2 laps in total. Each kid will take 1 lap on the front. The Italian Pursuit, essentially a way to give each rider their turn on the front. Once they're done, they pull off and let their teammate take the next lap. Guillaume getting some help here. He's getting the home straight. And he'll see hit the midline here. He'll pull out of the way, and then it's going to be Maxim's turn. Maxim on the big effort now. 1 to go for the home straight team. And already about a half lap here. Cheyenne flying by. Great effort here from the kids. Camp Velo basically done for 2022, but those camps can be signed up through the website, velodrome.org. Stay posted for next season. Looks like the back straight team will get there just a little ahead as Cheyenne finishes up their effort. And here we go back to the home straight. Here comes Maxim to close things down for the home straight team. Welcome to Velodrome Racing, and congratulations on completing your week for Camp Velo. If you two want to find a way to get signed up next year for one of the young riders about age 8 on the low end, 9 typically to age 16, looking for a week-long opportunity to train on the track, check velodrome.org right around mid to late spring when those class registrations will start showing up. We'll start putting up information for next year's camp. Next group getting the signal as it looks like we're clear. So Cat 3 men for your scratch. Well, I saw officials get the signal, so here we go. Well, we started off with that fun open Madison scratch race, and now we go back into, if you're a Friday night regular, you'll recognize our categories that are racing tonight. They have 3 races for each. The first up is a relatively short scratch. This is going to be a fast event. Short on the laps for everybody. Our Cat 3 men category signed up for a 6-lapper tonight. So a fast scratch race for the Cat 3 men. And we'll have the open women, the Cat 1-2 men, and the Cat 4 men in that order come up for their attempt at the fast and short scratch race. And as we go into the neutral lap for the riders, they get started out of turn 4 if they're all together with the sound of the whistle. Quick reminder on safety here at the track. If we have any arms or legs hanging underneath the railing onto the racing surface, that can be a danger for you and our riders. Just a quick reminder. So check in with the kids, make sure we're not letting any sort of limbs hang over or underneath. That'd be much appreciated. A little bit of a windy night here at times. Loose articles of clothing, those kinds of things. Anything coming onto the race surface might be endangering for folks. So check in on that. Riders coming out of turn 4 should get their signal here shortly. The Cat 3 men have 6 laps on the lap cards. And there's the signal to get things going. Already see Tyler was rolling it along the rail. He wants to get an effort here on lap number 1. Off we go. It's only 6 to go for the Cat 3 men scratch. First rider across this line after you hear that bell ring is your winner. 1.5 miles. You heard earlier Mara talking about the 400-meter distance. It's a running track length here at our velodrome. In the competitive world of cycling, that's a big one. We're a nice long track here, and one of the good reasons for the kids to come out and ride our velodrome. It's a great introduction into the sport. 5 to go. Arnoldi still really digging his heels in. J.C. Pyle for the Jerry Baker Juniors was happy to join in on the effort, but he's not going to do the work to keep it going. So he'll sit up and wait to see what else is going to happen. Tyler will try to stay on the front of the field and keep things clicking along. Thanks for everybody tuning in on the live stream. If you're here in person, don't forget to throw in a quick subscribe and thumbs up on the video. You can get the stream and tonight's schedule at velodrome.org/live. Even if it's just to support us, we'd appreciate your support. We are just shy of our 1,000 subscriber goal for the season, and I think you'll enjoy what you see there if you can't make it out on a Friday night. You can also go back and rewatch all the great racing of the season. We got the highlights of some really great action this past year, including a playlist of all the racing from the Grand Prix. You can check out Fred's race, the Junior Takeover, and more of those fun events that happened here in 2022. Riders seeing 3 to go already, so we're about halfway through this race. This is going to come down to the fast finish. If someone wants to make this a long, plenty of time to develop that attack, this is kind of the opening, I'd say, of that window for somebody who has a really long effort they want to try to roll into. After about this point, again, that's kind of where riders, if they're thinking this is their way to win, Kit Colbert is going to try to do just that. He's going to start to accelerate a bit early. He's going to abandon quickly. Maybe he's just trying to get this thing rolling again. Not happy with the slow pace. He wants to make it a bit harder on the sprinters to hold on. With 2 to go, only 800 meters of speed left. Who's going to make the next move? It's one of the juniors starting to get up and make something happen from the blue line. David Magidson trying to establish some position here at the front of the field. That's just a move for positioning, though, not trying to do any pull or work here. Still at the blue line. The field actually going to respect David's positioning and follow where he's at. And now the field getting a little bit anxious. They know they're about to round the corner into the bell lap. Hitting the home straight with the bell ringing. It's 1 to go. 1 to go. Rider of the year there, Prinsel. His students call him Mr. G. He's still looking for the better nickname, but I like it. It rings for me. He's on the back straight and putting on a heck of an effort. This guy has just been doing nothing but improve since Fred's race and the GP, really. An incredible good end of the season here for Scott. He's going to pick up the win in the scratch. Blowing that thing apart. Andrew Lynch for the Gene Johnson cycling team. And 2 of the juniors coming across the line. It's David just barely ahead of Merrick for the sprint there. So the juniors make their presence known in the front 5, but it will be Scott Grinsel untouched crossing the line there as the bell's ringing. On to the track now. It's the Open Women's Scratch Race, also a 6-lap event, so you kind of saw how that went. It's going to go by real fast. We got more laps coming up later. Pretty long points races to end the night, so a little light on the laps early. This sets up a good event finishers in the group. Look out for the Rider of the Year in this group as well, as this is a good favorite event for her. It's our junior, Danny Scoville. She's helping me out tonight. She's got her orange helmet back on. She's the second. There's 2 riders in that field. She's the one in front with the orange helmet on. And that Rider of the Year jersey. So definitely a rider to watch out of this group. Quick turn of speed she's got. See, Becca Books made her way back out here as well. She was looking mighty fast in our last big event during the Grand Prix. And the whistle sounds the beginning of the race. It's 6 to go. Edwards starting thing off, number 4. Just picking up the pace for a little bit. Again, this is probably going to look pretty similar. You might see a couple of our Open Women competitors put on a midway attack, but with such a short distance, there's not really a lot of opportunity to make too much formulate here. I will be watching that Becca Book and maybe even Heather Nielsen looking kind of around the 3 or 2 to go mark. Might be somebody they might want to try to mix things up a bit early ahead of the bell. Otherwise, again, I'm looking at the junior in the Rider of the Year jersey is one to watch if this comes together and we see what happens at the 1 to go mark. That's Doherty for the Breakfast Racing team at the front there for a moment in bib number 7. And we reconjoin ourselves on the back straight. Four to go. And there goes bib number 3. I talked about her as being kind of an early attacker. Usually when she's out here, she tries to apply some pain well ahead of the bell. And that's exactly what she's going to do now. Bib number 3 for the Shadow Elite Racing Team. Another one of our Seattle competitors. Not here weekly. When she shows up, she tends to dial in the long distance speed like this. And the field hasn't yet found a way to respond on Becca's attack. Seeing 3 to go. The early attack doing nicely for Becca. So the high acceleration points passed. She's now trying to settle into a good, yet still aggressive tempo. She knows the field is going to be trying to find a way to get back up to her. On the lead of the field for a moment was the junior Scoville. Now the other one of the junior members in this field, Lucy Gilchrist at the front. Right behind her is Heather Nielsen for Center Cycles. Trying to keep things close. I know tonight's concert night, so we're battling with the bits out here this evening. So if you're out there watching the live stream, I think my voice comes through nice and clear, but we will have a little bit of video choppiness tonight. Our apologies for that. As usual, if we have a night like this, we will re-upload in full 1080 later. So hopefully that'll sort things out for those who want to go back and review the race for their study or just for sharing with friends and family. That was a 2 to go mark. The field still has a bit of a gap here. They've got to try to work their way up there. Edwards trying to dig in a little bit to try to get back up to Becca's position. Let's see where Becca is on the track now as she's coming out of corner 4, gets the bell. Look at this opening. She could probably close this down. Winning the scratch race from the front. Becca Book is a sprint on for second. It doesn't look like the field's found a way to get out there. Doherty on the front at 1 to go. There's Scoville now. Number 10 takes the lead spot. The Rider of the Year jersey. Lucy Gilchrist right on her wheel. She's marked her. She says, wherever you go, I'm going to try to catch up with you. Heather Nielsen and Mara Edwards falling behind her. Down the back straight. Scoville will lead the sprint for second as we hit turn 3. Onto the home straight comes your leader and the winner of the scratch race, Becca Book for Shadow Elite, picks up this one. Coming out of the corner in the orange helmet, it's still Scoville. Gilchrist is trying to be in the slipstream to challenge her. It will be Scoville, Gilchrist, and Nielsen, your top 3 out of the field sprint. Open women scratch race all wrapped up. Nicely done. Cat 1-2 men for their scratch, set to go here in just a moment. Track's open for the Cat 1-2 men to come on up. Cat 1-2 men scratch to the rail. Off we go for the neutral. 8 laps for this one. Just a little longer distance. Never count out number 15 in a race like this. Maddie Hers in a scratch race is a very good rider, as are many of these riders that are out here tonight. But the Rider of the Year jersey, Mario Sandoval, is going to try to find a way to stay dominant here in a nice short scratch. His teammate, the Rocket, David Richter. Can't ever count him out. He's in the all green in the back of the field. Sounded like Wade Schultz, the rider for Liquid Velo in the black and green, was riding strong in the Madison earlier. He's number, I believe, number 50, near the front of the field in the black and the green. Again, this will favor the very fast finishers, the top speedsters, unless someone can dial in a longer effort. 8 to go as Chris Wilson slots himself down the lead spot for the Found Cycling Guild in the dark green. Luna Max with an impressive weekend of racing last Friday. We had a fun format under the design of Andy Baker, this nonstop back-to-back racing, no rest in between, and Ludo just applied some real pain. That's the rider on the front that pulls up to the blue line. I'm wondering what he's going to be trying to do tonight in the long points race, as the rider for Beat Cycling was in good form just 7 days ago. Number 22, Nick Martinez making his return after several weeks away for the Coefficient of Speed team. Six to go. It's Carl Hofer, number 23 at the front, and there's Maddie Hers wearing the Fred's Regional Champ jersey. Fred's race, of course, our local championship that we do here for the Regional Track Cycling Championships at the Velodrome every single summer. And he's got the colors on as he's a scratch race champion from, I believe, just this last season, if I'm not mistaken. I was there, I should remember. Seeing 5 to go now as we hit the home straight. There's the Rocket sitting on the front. Dave Richter for the Fountain Cycling Guild. Tyson Danielson, number 53, another one of our recent graduates into the Cat 1-2 men field. Has been dominant in the Cat 3s. Has a lot of great power from the front. The rider in the blue for the Gene Johnson cycling team. Keep watching how he races this race. As a new face in the Cat 1-2 field can always mix things up. You never know how things will go. They saw 4 to go. We're about halfway down on the event. There goes number 4, Andy Baker. Second overall right now in the Rider of the Year competition. And another strong competitor in the white in that second wheel spot. There's Ludo Max leading the effort now. In fact, if you're on the stream, you're getting a good look at this movement from Andy Baker's bike as he's got the GoPro mounted there in the rear view position. He's still trying to drive this thing nice and early, trying to put on some pain ahead of any sort of sprint, any sort of bell nonsense. Baker's digging in pretty deep here. He'll sit up at the blue line out of turn 3, and now here goes Chris Wilson to keep it fast. 2 to go. Coming down to it. Carl Hofer in second line up here. There's Ludo, number 35. Tyson Danielson, the recent upgrade, number 53, trying to stay near the front. Some of my early favorites are kind of playing it near the back at the moment. They may start to try to reposition themselves. In fact, here goes Mario Sandoval. Look for the leader's jersey, the Rider of the Year, kind of mid-group, just behind Tyson's position now. So right behind the rider in blue is, here comes Sandoval, and there's Maddie Hers. There's Richter all lined up on that second lane. I think they got the position they want. 1 to go. Danielson will slide into the front position. And somehow Sandoval gets in there right behind him. The move now coming up around on side. Richter and Sandoval trying to speed things up. Matty Hers getting swallowed up by the riders from the Fountain Cycling Guild. It'll be Fountain side by side with Richter with a nice acceleration out of turn 4. Richter for the Fountain Cycling Guild will take it. Sandoval second across the line, and Matty Hers third. And a speedy finish for the Cat 1-2 men. All riders will exit on the back straight. And now coming to the rail, our final scratch race of the evening. Cat 4 men are lining up now. The Cat 4 men registered competitors to the rail for a 5-lap scratch. Cat 4 men in the neutral now for their scratch race. You should probably be pretty familiar with the race by now. Our last of 4 opportunities to cheer on during the scratch race. Beverage Garden open and pouring tonight. Locust Cider is Poststock Brewing, ready to go in the Beverage Garden, our 2022 beverage sponsors. Big shout out to them. And of course, Tabasum is here. Meat pies, vegetarian pies. They've got this delicious rice dish you can check out, and it's fast and ready. So head on over and get in your order now. They'll be hanging out with us for the rest of the night as well. So if you want something to take home with you, feel free. And the sound of the whistle means racing is underway. Speedy opening effort here as the youngsters trying to light things up. We saw for the Jerry Baker Juniors, that's bib number 429. Making the first jump is Anton. Gavin Newman of the East Portland Youth Cycling Team. That's right, Portland. Driving up here to compete on Fridays. Infrequently, but still enough. We know his face around here well. Another speedy young rider, number 422. Got 4 to go. And 3 to go. This race is going to be over in the blink of an eye, so riders are trying to already jockey up towards the front and keep things quick. Not to miss out on any opportunities. They're going to see 2 to go next time around, and then the bell. Two laps remain. A couple riders watching each other here at the front as Michael Copenhaver, number 464, Dan Pham sort of sitting side by side trying to see who's going to make the next move. Nobody will, as they both elect to sit up towards the blue line, catch their breath before the sprint. And the red jersey, I think that's Westover, maybe pushing forward a bit here, trying to challenge near the front. Still the blue line, though. Nobody taking the sprinter's lane. Not your typical up to the rail and back down again sort of maneuver. At 1 to go, who's going to take the big jump? Anton found a lane. He's going to try to get down to the sprinter's lane. It's 429. Gets down into the low part of the track. There's a speedster out of Portland as well as Newman trying to follow Anton's attack down the back straight. He's going to be the benefit of a great draft here. And now he'll go on his effort around the right-hand side. Oh, no question about it. Gavin Newman drove up by 5 to burn everybody tonight. They are done out of turn 4. Newman for Team Epic. Nicely done. And his teammate, 452, that's going to be Jack Hampson playing it smart from the middle of the field, finds his way out as well. I don't know, Portland, they're styling on us tonight. Nice ride for the two youngsters. JB Tempo, Cat 3 men, just a second here. All right, signals given. Let's bring our riders to the rail for the JB Tempo, Cat 3 men. Off we go. It's the JB Tempo. First two riders get points every lap in the JB Tempo. Why is it called JB Tempo? It's because it's ours, darn it. We like it this way. 2 for the first rider, 1 for the second. Every lap until the end. It's grueling. It's torturous. It's constant speed. You can never take a break. If you do, someone's going to go on a solo flyer and win the race. So, points are the king here. Got to be at the front. You got to be there a lot. If you get the most by the end, you're the winner. Ties are broken by position on the final sprint, in case that were to happen. And oftentimes it is the case where riders that aren't in about top 5 or 6 position just all have no points. So it ends up for them just being a scratch to sort out the rest of the points at the end of it. Positions, I say. Here we go. Race is underway. Start handing out our points. Next time around, it's 8 to go. First 2 riders picking up the points. It's also our pleasure tonight to point out that I believe we got a shout out for Home Seed this evening, as it is one of our great partners, another one of their featured nights tonight. Home Seed is based out of Bellevue, Washington, launched in June of 2016 with the goal of creating a mortgage company that would provide clients and partners with a simplified and empowered home lending experience. The early vision attracted some of the best mortgage professionals in the Seattle market to the Home Seed lending team. Our thanks to Sarah Bender and the Home Seed squad for their support this season. Nice move from Andrew Lynch, 319. I think we'll barely get it there. 331 was JC Pyle, I believe, second across the line for the first points of the race. That was Alex Ackel of the Audi Racing Team, and I believe Ken Dong of Dyna Racing picking up the points in that order last time. So you have 2 riders with 2 and 2 riders with 1 early in the JB tempo. Going to have a lot of changes in the lead here. Here comes Rider of the Year for the field, Scott Grinsel for 2. Merrick Gallagher of the Jerry Baker Juniors picks up 1 point. So this sets up several 3-way ties now. Grinsel, Lynch, and Ackel all with 2. Pyle, Gallagher, and Dong all with 1 at this stage of the race. The JB tempo is going to reward Scott a lot of points here, though, as he's just gone on the solo move. He's got a tag along as Merrick Gallagher is smart to be on the wheel. Be surprised here if Gallagher tries to do any of the work for a little bit. He's going to benefit from the attack. Maybe start working together after a few more laps. Scott gets 2 more in the lead of the race with 4. Gallagher moves up to 2 and finds himself in a tie with a couple of the other riders behind him. But at this point, it will be these 2 riders taking all of the remaining points if they can keep on the current pace. Scott does rotate here. It's about 50-some meters to any catching riders right now, so they got a pretty decent gap. Gallagher for 2 this time, as Grinsel will share the workload. Grinsel picks up 1 for the lead and 5. Gallagher in second with 4. Next closest riders is Lynch and Ackel with 2. They're back a ways. Looks to me, if I'm looking at the next closest rider in the catch, looks like David trying to make his way up. Magnuson of the junior team and Kit Colbert. They've only got 2 laps to get there. This may just be wasted effort. It's hard to tell, as it'll be Scott and Merrick again. 2 to go. 2 to go. Seven points to our leader, Scott Grinsel of the Dyna Racing Team in the Rider of the Year jersey. He's on the back straight right in front of Merrick. Next closest rider is still going to be David, and looks like Kit working together in this bridging effort. The field nowhere near striking distance as we're about to get into this bell. David might be able to get there. This is a huge effort by the junior just to close this gap down. 1 to go. 1 to go. Gallagher picks up the 2. Grinsel for 1. David Magnuson might get there. What an impressive dig by this young rider just to make this bridge happen, as he'll try to carry the momentum and challenge Scott for the final points, but Scott Grinsel still has enough, so he's going to pick up and start moving now. You got to imagine David's too tired to challenge this move. Maybe Kit, who's been following on the wheel, might be able to find a point, but it looks like it will be Scott Grinsel, both your winner on the final sprint end of the race. 2 in a row for the Dyna Racing Speedster. David Magnuson with this huge bridging effort picks up a point. I believe for having a single point, he should end up being in 4th place just for that big jump up. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it's 5th. 5th place, I believe, unofficially. So good effort for the junior there. being left off the front. Our Cat 3 men will be wrapping up this lap and exiting onto the warm-up circle. Nicely done. Coming up to the rail now for the JB Tempo, the open women field. 8 laps on the cards again. Same rules apply. We'll get them started here in just a bit. On deck after them, we got the Cat 1-2 men, followed by the Cat 4s. Again, another repeat of the same race we just saw in terms of the rule set. We'll get them started out of turn 4 if things all look together. If Sarah's in the house, which I think she is, based on what I got right here, you can come over to the building for a special prize. Sarah Bender, if you're in the house, come over to the building for a special prize. Whistle signaling the start of racing. Eight to go. Points next time around. 2-1 on the lead of the lap.